Hello, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Heidi.
Welcome to Global Talk. Today we want to talk a little bit about Global Partners in Peace and Development. And this is the organization that we have had the privilege of being a part of for the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. Global Partners in Peace and Development.
Yes, it is.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what is Global Partners in Peace and Development, or GPPD?
Yeah, Global Partners is really just a group of individuals that love Jesus and want to take his name to the nations.
Yeah, I think of it like a bunch of people just saying yes to the Lord in their own unique and individual way, and then showing and sharing God's love with people and whatever he asks them to do.
One of the really cool things about Global Partners is the fact that we only take 5% of all the funds that come through, except for our 100% events. 5% goes to administrative costs. So 95% of all the funds that come in through the organization go to help people in need around the world, or our partners or associates that are serving with us. And this is really rare for a nonprofit to have such a low percentage that goes to administrative costs. There's some organizations that have up to 20, 25% or more that go to administrative costs.
Yeah, how can we do that? How can we run an organization on only 5%?
Yeah, well, we're thankful for many generous donors who are part of the work that Global Partners is doing, and because of their generosity and because of like-minded churches, we're able to fund the administrative costs of the organization, as well as to help provide for those in need all around the world. A few of our staff members are on salary, but there's a couple of us that actually we raise our own support, like our associates and national partners who live overseas do.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, what makes GPPD different?
I think what sets us apart is as taking the model of James chapter 2, where we really want to put our faith into action. We just don't want to go to countries and say, hey, this is what we want to do, or you need to love Jesus, and didn't just leave them in their poverty or leave them in their helplessness. We really want to show them what God's love is all about.
There are a lot of organizations like ours out there that are awesome, that are glorifying God and doing great things, but I think it's kind of cool because where we are serving, there's a need. There's no one else doing that, and it's a need. And that's why we even started GPPD to begin with, because there was a need. And so we're reaching out to people, in some places even frontier unreached people groups who need to hear about him and his love and see it in action.
Yeah, and stateside, we're not telling our associates and partners, this is what you have to do. We're coming alongside of them. We're saying, hey, what needs do you see? How can we come alongside of you and help? And so we're not dictating to them what they have to do. We're really listening to them and saying, hey, we want to partner with you. We want to come alongside of you.
Yeah, because they know what the greatest needs are, because they're living there,
Exactly.
or that's their people. And so they know how to show and share love in a way that we can't see over here. I think we learned a lot about that even by living overseas for the time that we did.
Yeah, I think God humbled us a whole lot when we were living in Jordan.
In a good way, very good way,
yeah,
right?
recognizing that we didn't know as much as what we thought we did.
So I know that GPPD has been involved in a lot of different countries and different works around showing and sharing God's love, but what are the 5 main countries that we're serving in now? Sure,
we serve in South Asia, which is probably our largest work, and then we also have work in the Middle East, where we had the privilege of serving for 6 years. And then from our inception, we've been working in that country and also in Slovakia. And then we also have partnerships in Uganda, and we have Amber and Leanne serving in Haiti with the Red family.
Another thing that we do is we take short-term trips, service trips, and we also take people for like 6-month internships in some of the locations that we serve. My question for you is, what are the other things that we do in these 5 areas or 5 parts of the world?
One of the things that we've focused a lot over the last 10 years is on water wells. Mm-hmm. And with the help of Matt Riggins, we've been able to really to see God do some amazing things through that. And these last 10 years, we've installed nearly 500 water wells in India. That's and some amazing. In Uganda as well.
How many people per village, just the highest and the lowest, do you think? Impacting with clean
it can
water?
Be a large range depending on the village, but it can be anywhere from 50 people up to maybe 5,000 people in a village that would have access to that water. One of the things that we really focus on is partnering with the local church, and everything that we do is through the local church, and just helping that pastor, that leader, to come alongside of them so that they can be effective in reaching their village. And we've seen many come to Christ as a result of it.
One of the things I really love that we do is micro businesses, where we give like a small business opportunity to the individuals, like in South Asia, and we taught them how to sew. We give them a sewing machine. They teach them a product that they can sell here. And we'll talk more about that when we talk about South Asia. Another really cool thing that we do is we give out livestock, which you can be a part of through the catalog, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And you can buy a buffalo or a goat or chickens and some just real practical things that will help a family that's in desperate need and deep poverty. So just those things will help provide food for their family, maybe even give them enough money by selling the
offspring
or the milk or those kind of things for the children to be able to go to school, really bless a family in need. And then we visit homes, and then we have a great opportunity to share. And that's one of my favorite things to do, is go sip some tea with some women and share about His wondrous love.
Yeah, I love also going into the homes of refugees, whether it be in the Middle East or even in Europe now with the Ukrainian crisis. And we've just really seen God work and move in such powerful ways as we listen to their stories and share hope with them.
And we participate in refugee aid. That means people like individuals like you that want to get involved in helping refugees in different countries in the Middle East, or the Ukrainian crisis is going on. You help provide funds, and then we are able to help provide the basic needs. We have discipleship training that goes
Slovakia with worldview training,
as well as in South Asia. We have widow aid, and particularly in these South Asian countries, widows are kind of forgotten. They're discarded.
Many of their family members, like if their spouse passes away, they blame them, even if they had nothing to do with it. They would blame that spouse for their death, and they would shun them, look down upon them.
Be cast out of society. And so by helping provide just basic needs of food and all of these things, it really encourages these women. And some of these women are the biggest prayer warriors for what's going on in this part of South Asia.
Yeah, they've planted churches. It's amazing to see what they've done.
Another thing that we do is children's programs. We do women's programs in many of these countries. We've taught some health programs. We've done after-school programs. We do business establishment like the Rev Cafe or the Nation's Hope Store, giving people opportunities from another country to be able to really fund their futures, and that's been a really big, great opportunity. We'll talk more about that when we talk about Haiti. Children's homes are also another way that we help through the sponsorship programs, where we're able to help children that are in poverty. Some children live in their home, and then some children who are truly abandoned, and that will live in the children's homes that we've established. And then also emergency aid. We've helped out with a lot of different emergency situations that have come up in different parts of the world. And we have so many connections with so many pastors and people who love the Lord that will be like, hey, this is going on in this village or in this city. Will you please come and help? And it's amazing how many people from here say, yes, I want to be a part of that, and helping those people in need, whether it's been a mudslide or an earthquake or something horrific happen.
Yeah, tsunami back many years ago in India, flooding, earthquake in Nepal, other places around the world.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see how people respond here and say yes to the Lord, and then the workers that are there, the servants that are there, they say yes to the Lord, and how God's love is shown to people in need so far away.
So that's a little synopsis of what Global Partners is doing around the world. And in our next episode, we'll be talking a little bit more about how we're involved locally and how you can be involved as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us for this episode of Global Talk.